Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Amirah Shohada, and this is my analysis 3 of planned and unplanned discourse. Okay, first analysis of TEDTalk, title How Community-Led Conversation Can Save Wildlife. Now, in this talk show, it is decided to be a planned discourse because, according to Keenan, stated on his model that planned language features a higher proportion of non-present tense verb, or as call it as past tense. So in this video, I can analyze that the word of such as the sentence such as I was heartbroken or I was mesmerized, that shows one of the features of planned discourse. So which you can see that I place discourse on fully planned, and how I will justify my decision is based on the features devices use to measure the planned and unplanned discourse. These are the features that I have found in the TEDTalk analysis, which are nominalization, repetition, parallelism. So first, nominalization. With the sentence of I was mesmerized by the beauty and tranquility that surrounded me, if I can make it into a simpler sentence, it will be the beauty and the tranquility of my surrounding is mesmerizing. Next, repetition. Now, the word repetition there are 5 main words that keep being repeated in the video. In the video, and it seems that the word conservationist was covered or was repeated the most, as well as community, wildlife animals, and those are the 5 that has been main mentioned. And last is parallelism. So the word parallelism here that I can see is the word repetition of protecting lions, and the action of protecting lions, and the word of two. So the sentence says I know my neighbor too, as in the neighbor would be doing the same action, which is protecting lions, as well as the word of substituting the lion, which is using if only they knew the animals live next door to them. The animals here is referring to the lion. Next, next analysis is on Friday Khutbah, and this Friday Khutbah is placed on definitely discourse of plan. And why would I say so? I will justify my actions in the next slide. But it has been said here, Krashen mentioned that more planned language use the knowledge that is acquired or learned later in life. And as I say here, when we talk about Friday Khutbah, is not something that any speaker could do, or the speakers can be chosen at any any common individuals. It needs to be someone who has depth knowledge and and they are highly educated in delivering that particular field, which is Islamic religion, which you call delivering the da'wah for the precision and accuracy. Why it has to be someone highly educated of deliver input, precision and accuracy? This is because Friday Khutbah, it is one part of the religion of Islam, where all the contents were referred to the hadith and the holy Quran. So these are very sensitive topic or issue if it mentioned in a wrong way. So any now these are the features that I will use to justify why I put Friday Khutbah as a planned discourse. So these three features are nominalization, repetition, and parallelism. Now, first, nominalization. In here, the settings that are in the Friday Khutbah and the delivery of the content was thought to be simple and to be very in a simple delivery, because the audience if the audience in order to understand the speaker's message, the audio needs to be sent the message needs to be sent in the most simplest form as possible. So, but except if the content was found from hadith and the holy book of Al-Quran, then it needs to be interpreted as accurate as possible without no changes. So in here, the speaker mentioned um, the the good and bad deeds of my ummah was presented to me. So in a way that he cannot alter the word order of the sentence. What, but at the same time, if it is not something from the book, he could have said someone or something has presented to him, to Prophet ﷺ, the good and the bad deeds of the ummah. Next, repetition. So in here, repetition, apart from the Islamic words, such as Nauzubillah min zalik, Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, and also the current repetition of Satan, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, Hadith, Al-Quran, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. These are the repetition, which is the common words that are not particularly related to the content, which are the word narrates, belittle, deed, or deeds. Next, parallelism. So the sentence of removing a harmful object from the road. So this was specifically referred to the word branch in the walkway, which was being told by the speaker as a story. So there are another two way to refer to the branch at the walkway, which is as a harmful object, and the word something as little as this. And I think the strategies employed by the discourse producers are effective, because not only the content was made as flowy as possible, not the flow of the content, even though it's complicated, but it was made to be understood by most people as much as possible. Alright, last but not least, a talk show with more than two panels. In this analysis, I would definitely put it as in the middle of continuum of planned and unplanned discourse. This is because these are some theories that Sam Keenan was saying that when we talk about talk shows, that the contents of the show, the main content or the key message, the key ideas to the show is planned, but if it's going live and things happen that between the live session, it's something unplanned. So such a in this talk show, they not only they're not only inviting some guests for the talk show, but as well they show few clips that they had short interviews in public. As I said, as this talk show is in the middle of the continuum, so there are more features that can be analyzed and that I actually detected. So first, spontaneity. So spontaneity that I have found out mostly in the um, clips of where the interviewee was recorded in public. So you can see there are few pauses and for them to actually to actually have the time for them to express what they want to say. So next, parallelism. So in word parallelism, this is where the host was conversing. The host was conversing with the guest, and when they have a little bit of discussion or debate, and with the word here, parallelism, it refers to the sentence of um, when you are in conversation with another person, and then she used and she used another word to as a parallelism for that phrase in a conversation with another person with the phrase of you who's communicating. So you can see the common word here, conversation and communicating. And next one is clausal versus sentential structure. So in here, the guest, which is a journalist, was asked a question, and he answered the question by based on his experience, which is he says if he was asked if what he would do if he'd ever had the phones taken away from him, and is there any way for them to deal with someone who has problem with touching phones all the time. So he answer is um what he answers is incomplete sentences. So he started with phones in the middle of table, and then first person phone to rings and you pick it up has to pay the bills. So it can be put as the phones we put the phones in the middle of the table, and the first person phone who rings will and they pick it up has to pay the bill. So that is the more planned sentences. Okay, the next one is the next two are repetition and repair. So repetition, there's a lot more repetition that have been seen or they've been detected, probably because the amount of speakers um, talk at the same time, or the fact that they are being reminded to be in the same to be in talking the same content, the planned content. So here the word important, communicating, online conversation, people, phones, and connecting as well as connection. Next, repair. So the word repair, it can be seen in the sentence or in the dialogue of the first interviewee when he said the word I pop up on my mobile phone up in the morning, so I can be like for half an hour at a time or something like that. Yeah, and you can see that when even he repeat his sentence is not in a complete sentence or is not in a proper sentence uh, to end his interview. So that is all from me. Three analysis here have been displayed. Thank you.